So welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to be recreating a look that I saw from Selena Gomez. She posted it on her Instagram, and you guys, it's so me. Like, I love the soft glam, subtle pop of color. It's beautiful. I mean, her bronzy, gorgeous skin looks amazing, and when I saw her nude lip with that little pop of pink, that confirmed everything. Like, I was like, okay, I have to recreate this look. I love to incorporate color in very like subtle ways, so I feel like this look was made for me. So I'm excited about it. It's probably not going to be exactly the same, of course, but we don't do perfection on this channel. We make it work and we try our best. And I have fully committed to this look. As you can see, I ordered the robe from Drunk Elephant. For some reason, I thought that it was designer, gonna be super expensive or like really hard to find. I was like trying to find like similar look-alike robes on Amazon, and then you guys ended up sending me the link and letting me know that it was from Drunk Elephant. So thank you so much. And the nails are from Amazon, if you're wondering. They're actually a little bit more of a deeper green in person. On camera, they're looking a lot more bright. They actually look like they match Selena's nails in the picture, but they're a little bit darker, so just a little FYI. But yeah, I will link everything down below. Make sure you grab a snack and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Also, grab your makeup, let's hang out, let's do makeup together and have some girl time. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, so I am jumping straight into eyeshadow. I already did my brows because Selena's brows are perfect, and I think no matter what I do, I will never be able to get my brows to look as fluffy and perfect as hers. So I'm gonna start with an eye primer. I'm gonna use this one from Believe Beauty. This is just the Universal Eye Primer. And of course, I'm using this to prep for shadow. I love this one. Also, you guys, like, let's talk about these nails. They are so long. Like, I haven't had nails like this in a while, so it feels a little bit different. I feel like I can't do things like open stuff because the nails are so long. I definitely love my short nails now. I've been doing just like the Kiss press-on nails. These are actually like my go-tos. The Impress color, like the press-on little super short baby nails. These are in frosting. It's just like really bright white, but I love these. They come in a bunch of different colors, and these are the ones that I've been using. But of course, I had to get these to commit fully to the look. And I totally remember having them also after I graduated. Like, I used to have nails like probably that were as long as these, which is crazy because now I love short nails like so much better, like on me. I love like long nails though, because I love like all the designs and stuff that you can do, but I don't know if I can commit to like this length anymore. Anyways, nobody cares about my nails, so let's move on. Okay, now for eyeshadows. So one of the first palettes that came to my mind whenever I saw this look was the Malibu Barbie X ColourPop collab. First of all, this matches my robe, so like we love that, so cute. But the colors inside are gorgeous. I did a full review on this collab whenever it did launch, and I love this palette. I think I'm going to use this today for the pop of pink that she has going on. Like this color and this shade up here, I think mixed would create like that perfect kind of like hot coral pink. It's like I said, it's not going to be exact because I don't know exactly obviously what she has on her eyes, and I was going to use this entire palette for the look, but the brown in here looks like it's like very warm, and her look looks very like cool tone, just kind of like mauve tones, almost like soft glam, but like not a ton of warm tones in there. So I think this is the palette I'm going to use today, and then I'll use the ColourPop one for the pop of pink. But this one is from Scale Cosmetics. It is an indie brand, and this palette is gorgeous. I think it's great for bridals for brides, and this is what it looks like. So lots of like soft like mauve tones. Like I love like these pinky tones in here. So this is what I'm going to use today, kind of like for the crease colors, because minus the pop of pink that she has, everything else looks very soft and just like kind of really light cool tone browns, I think. So I am going to start off with, I think this color actually right here, and I'm going to apply that as my transition shade. Yeah, like she has very, very soft tones. So I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to add what looks like a darker brown. Okay, let's, which brown do I want to do? Definitely want to do some of this brown right here. And I like this brown because it's like a very like rich, like a cocoa shade. Like it's actually brown. The one in the ColourPop palette is a nice brown. It's just a little bit like very warm compared to this one, so that's why I wanted to use this palette. Yes, I think this is like similar vibe. Yes, this is like exactly what I wanted. So glad I used this palette. I've used this palette before, by the way. This is a really great brand. They have a ton of other products as well. And I'm dabbing my brush in here like so lightly, like literally just like one dab, and that's all you need. The colors are very pigmented, and like I said, this look is very soft and it's very blown out, so I'm not really like gonna do too much of this color. I think after this I'm just gonna do a little like shimmery lid, And then I'm gonna add the pop of pink. These shadows are also really easy to work with. I feel like this is a good palette to have if you're a makeup artist, because I can see a lot of brides wanting colors like this. So what I'm doing is basically just with that same brush, which by the way is from Bristles Beauty, and I just take that brown and I'm pretty much just like blowing out that color and just blending it out. And the problem is always getting both eyes to look the same. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that brown to my right eye because I feel like the left was a little bit darker. How does my right eye just blend so much easier than the left? Like if I could be right and left-handed, my makeup problems would be solved. I'm like thinking, I'm like swatching these pink colors in the ColourPop palette, and I don't know if they're gonna be like too pink. Her pop of color almost looks like a coral type of shade. Another palette I forgot to mention that I think could be really good for the pop of pink is the Mimosa palette from BH Cosmetics. I love BH, they have such great eyeshadows, but this is another palette that I think would be amazing for that, or just in general, this is a good palette. And I'm like thinking, should I do the pop of color from here? Because like this shade right here looks also like it could work for that pop of color that she has going on, because it's more of like, it's called Vibes. It's more of like a peachy, and then I could always mix it. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that because I just got an idea. I'm gonna take the color Cheers because it's like a kind of corally pinky shade, and I'm gonna use that on the lid. Yeah. It's just like a little light. I didn't spray my brush or anything, by the way, because I feel like I don't really need to. But you can see, even with no spray, these shadows are just amazing. Now we're gonna do the pop of color. Let's see, I've never done color in here like that, so it's gonna be a little bit different. But I'm gonna start off with the color Vibes in the palette. And I'm gonna use a little angled brush. This one is from Amazon. I got this like 2-3 years ago. And I think it's gonna be good for like right in here. So let's do it. Of course, starting off very light because I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Of course, gonna build it up, and now I'm thinking, what other color should I do in here? I'm thinking Guava right here. I'm gonna take that on that same brush because this is definitely brighter. Kind of also blending this on my lid. I guess the shimmer, you don't really technically need it, but it does add a little something, like a light little sheen. And of course, gonna blend out the outer corners as well. I'm just using the same brush I was using earlier. This has no additional product on it. I'm kind of just blending everything. It's very different, like just looking at myself, I'm not used to doing color like in here, so it's totally different for me as well. I know it doesn't look the same, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get, you guys. Okay, now we're gonna finish up the eyes. I'm gonna do some mascara and lashes. I'm gonna use the Essence Lash Princess. This is one of my all-time favorites at the drugstore. Her lashes look very wispy, and it looks like they're very like also like dark at the band. It just, I feel like adds to that kind of like sultry kind of vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Kiss Lash Couture Luxtension Collection lashes, and these are in the style Cashmere. So I'm gonna use this with my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, of course. So while we wait for the lash glue to dry, I am gonna tightline my upper waterline because you can see like the lash band and everything looks very dark. And to achieve that look, all you have to do is just tightline your upper waterline. I'm gonna use the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. This one is in Black Love. This always looks so creepy, but it's so necessary. The faces I make when I do my makeup, oh my goodness. This is a really creamy, also like black, super black liner. Like it's really good for the price. I think it's like under $5. So check out these Essence liners. All right, now it is time for the skin. Lashes are on, and I'm super excited because the skin is always my favorite part whenever I do my makeup. I feel like that's when you really start to see everything come together. So I'm gonna do a little prepping with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is my favorite drugstore setting spray of life. And it's nice because you can use it before and after makeup to like prep and set your makeup. And I'm just gonna keep it simple with my primer. So I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Primerizer. This is nice because it's super hydrating, but it makes your makeup last. It's literally like the name, Primerizer. And I'm like, I wanna use this bottle up because I've had this for forever. This is like a classic for me though. I love this primer. I always go back to it. Oh, it just feels so good. It feels very like liquidy when you apply it like on your hands, like just to show you, it's like very runny. But then once you actually like blend it in, it just feels like a gel moisturizer. It's amazing. Now for foundation, I'm gonna go in with one of my all-time favorites. This is so freaking flawless, you guys. Like every time I use this, I'm just like, how is this $5? So this is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. This will forever be one of my all-time favorites. So I have this one in neutral tan. It's glass, comes with a pump. It's fabulous. It's $5 too, which makes it even more fabulous. I'm gonna use my Hailey's Beauty Brilliant Kabuki brush. Still loving this brush. I use it with like every foundation. It's amazing. Please go get it. You can get it at Dollar General and you won't be disappointed. It's also very long wearing. I just wanted something like with great coverage that was like super flawless, and I feel like this is it. I'm gonna go in with the Milani Supercharged Under Eye Corrector because I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Concealer, which is more of like a natural kind of concealer. It has great coverage, but it's not like super full coverage. So I'm gonna do some of this corrector underneath. I got some pretty good sleep last night, but a little corrector won't hurt. And I love this combo. And then to blend, I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. Another favorite. The sponge is great for your under eyes. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Concealer because I feel like it's a Selena Gomez inspired look. I have to use at least one Rare Beauty product, but I actually really love Rare Beauty. Like definitely has become one of my favorite high-end brands. Like the stuff is actually really good, and I feel like even though it's in Sephora, it's still like reasonably priced. Like I believe nothing is over like $25 from Rare Beauty, which is great. But yeah, I love this concealer. It's so creamy and natural, but it still provides coverage. I didn't even tell you the shade. That was rude. 200C. I love it. Obsessed. Like I said, love the combo of the concealer and the under eye corrector. It is chef's kiss. And then with the foundation, I love it. Then I'm gonna do some cream bronzer. I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Baked. They need more colors in this because the formula is amazing, but I wish they had more colors. Milk Makeup, please. This is, I feel like, a hot product. Like people love cream bronzer. Let's get more shades. Also love the Fenty one as well, but I love this color, something about the color. So I'm gonna use the Fenty 125 face brush, and I like to just dip in directly into the product. And Selena's just very bronzy. She actually doesn't look super glowy. Her face looks more of like soft matte. Like her glow looks very subtle. It's just more bronzed than anything. I'm also gonna apply this like on my cheeks, kind of like as a cream bronzer and cream blush, because I'm not gonna do any cream blush today because I feel like her look, like I said, is just so bronzed. There isn't really a whole lot of blush on her cheeks. At least it doesn't look like it, so. I'm just gonna do some on my nose. I'm gonna do some powder, and I'm gonna use my Hailey's Beauty Retouch Perfecting Loose Setting Powder. This is actually their old packaging. Their new packaging now, it's like the same exact product, but they are just like revamping like their packaging and like their look. But I completely ran out of that powder. Like literally there was none left. So I found one of these in my collection, so I'm gonna use this one. So again, same exact powder, just different packaging now. I love this stuff, it's so good. But you guys already knew that because I use this all the time, but it genuinely is like one of my go-to powders. And as of lately, I'm using it a lot. I mean, this week I wasn't wearing makeup, but whenever I was, like, this is like my go-to as of recently. I love how smooth and flawless it is, and I feel like my makeup just, it doesn't move. It looks great in pictures. Like, it's just such a good powder. So I like to concentrate the powder on my T-zone with a sponge just because I feel like it gives such a soft, like very pretty look. And then for the rest of my face, I usually just do, sometimes I will use a sponge, but I'll usually just use a little powder brush with some more powder and just dust it on the rest of the face. And I'm just gonna press that in. So I love that powder. It's a beautiful setting powder, but it's not a brightening powder. It's really just like a regular kind of translucent powder. So I like to go in with the Bare Minerals Well Rested Powdered Concealer just for a little bit more of a bright under eye look. I love this stuff. I use it like also pretty much every time I do my makeup. Like it's the best. A little bit goes a long way. The more that you use, the brighter look you're gonna get. So I just do like a tiny bit, and I love it with my Real Techniques setting brush. And I only use this over top of other translucent powders. I never set my under eyes just directly with this because I don't like the look of it, but I love it just like over top, like as a topper. I think it looks great. And this brush, you guys, like this is everything, this brush. Added a little extra because I'm looking at the picture again, and in the look, or in the photo, Selena's look looks pretty bright under her eyes. And what I like to do also with this, just to kind of balance everything out, is I will take this on the high points of my face, so like in between my brows and also like around this area, just to also kind of brighten. Then I'm gonna add some more bronzer. I'm gonna do powdered bronzer. Not really totally necessary, but I love doing this, especially over top of a cream. It just makes it last that much longer. So I'm gonna go in with the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 03. And I'm gonna go to town with the bronzer. Then I'm going to use a smaller brush, and with that same bronzer, I'm going to just apply some on the sides of my nose, kind of extending it too from this part of the eyeshadow, and then going down. Okay, now for blush. Clearly this is very bronzy, and I think the perfect blush for this look is Toasted Cinnamon from Burt's Bees. It's just like that bronzy, very warm, just effortless blush. And these are just such a great formula, really long wearing. I also love the, what's the color? It's like peach or something, but Toasted Cinnamon is just, it's just that color. I'm actually curious now what was the other one. And the other color that I love is Bare Peach, by the way. This one's definitely more peachy, kind of similar vibe, but this one is definitely more like bronzery kind of vibes. Bronzery, is that a word? Bronzer kind of vibes. But yeah, I love it. Do some on the nose. That's pretty much it for complexion. I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter, but I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna use my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in number 10, Be My Highlight, just because it doesn't look like she has a lot of glow to her, like highlighter glow. Obviously she's glowing, she's beautiful, but you get me. I feel like being on the internet, like you have to be careful with every little thing you say because people will twist your words. I'm gonna take that and pop that on the cheekbones. This is the prettiest, most natural highlighter. It's very subtle, so if you don't like a lot of highlighter, this is for you. If you do like a lot of highlight, this is not for you. Okay, now for lips. I think this is gonna be a good combo for what she has on. So I'm gonna do LA Girl lip liner. This one is in Cafe or Café. And then I'm topping that off with the Milani Amore Satin Matte Lip Cream, and this one is in Lavish. And I'm blending that out with a little brush. And it looks like she has a light, like super light peachy gloss. So I feel like this is the perfect gloss. The NYX This Is Milky Gloss in the shade Milk and Honey. These are so good. Still loving these glosses. And this is the perfect gloss for like nude lips. Love the nude lips, and I love the fact that everything is drugstore. Double thumbs up. Jumping back into the Nude Troll palette from Scale Cosmetics, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna smudge that on the lower lashes. And then for the waterline, I'm gonna use the LA Girl Shockwave. This is the metallic eyeliner, and this one is in Lulla Baby. It's just like a metallic kind of nude. Actually, no, this is a little too shimmery. Just kidding, I'm gonna use the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil, the same one that I was using earlier to tightline. I'm just using the nude version. And then for mascara, I'm just gonna go back in with the Essence Lash Princess. Finally, I'm gonna set the makeup, and we'll be on our way to nowhere, like I always say. So that officially completes the Selena Gomez inspired makeup look. I know it doesn't look exactly like hers, so this is definitely a modified version because, you know, I was only going off of one photo and we have different eye shapes, and of course I used different products than what was used on her, but I love the way this turned out though regardless. Even though it doesn't look exactly the same, I think it's really fun. It's like a really fun way to incorporate color, and I honestly never really think to ever do color in here. So I really love the way it turned out. I love the nude lip, and like everything that I used I think just worked really well together. So of course I will leave everything mentioned and used in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if there's anything else you guys want me to recreate, let me know down below in the comments. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much again for being here and for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!